This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, on this rainy hump day. Steve Migs, can you name me a song with rain in the title?
No Rain.
Oh, good one.
Let's go.
How about Purple Rain? Can you sing Purple Rain for me?
No.
Oh, come on.
Why do you want to make me sing at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 7 o'clock in the morning, at 8 o'clock in the morning, pretty much all 24 hours a day? You do not want to hear me sing.
I think it really just brings some positive energy to the world. So why would we deny the people that?
You're amazing. Wow, and then the two of your friends over here are trying to make me look like an idiot even more. Well, purple rain, purple rain. Only wanna see you, blah, 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 purple rain.
Yes!
I will say that at least Sarah and Taryn are both committed to the bit and immediately started dancing.
Yes.
Like, it goes without, like, at least they don't troll you in that way. They just stand there and look at you.
They troll me, but they have my back while I'm being trolled.
Exactly.
You see this?
And
These
I respect
are fly
that.
girls. Fly girls.
So if you guys like convinced me while I was drunk to do karaoke, you would be doing it to make fun of me, but you'd be the two people right in the front dancing as I'm performing, like as if I'm doing the greatest job.
Yeah. The hype girls.
So I'm in for that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, I'm also in for informing the Rockaholics this morning.
Good.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And today is a very, very heavy day. 23 years ago today, it was September 11, 2001, when the two World Trade Center towers planes were into them. And I mean, just everything that happened throughout the entire country. It was just one of the worst days ever. It's one of the hardest days for me because, like, when you're around younger people, I don't think they understand. I don't mean to sound like the older guy, but like they don't understand just how hard that was when it happened. And I'm sure that older people than us were like, they feel that way when people talk and goof about like maybe like world wars of the past.
Sure.
But like whenever I'm around like people that are in their 20s or 30s and maybe they'll like crack like a 9/11 joke, I always have to kind of like bite my tongue Because I'm like, I don't want to be that guy that's just like, I don't find it funny because I lost a buddy from high school. He was in one of the World Trade Center buildings, and he lost his life because of that. But, you don't want to be the guy that's just going to kill the room.
Sure.
But, like, that's one of those tragedies that will never be funny to me. And I know for some people, like, they goof about it when, like, the younger crowd. And I get that. Like, I'm not here to be like, oh, I'm going to cancel you because you have jokes about that. But that, for me, today is a hard day because it's like one of those days where people do tend to make light of it, and it bugs me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things.
Totally understand.
Yeah. But let's talk about something else that bugs us. It's a weird transition, but those Mariners, they had a chance yesterday to get a little bit closer to the Houston Astros because the Astros lost, but so did the Mariners. And you can't even say they lost a close game. They lost 7-3. It was a rough one. Manny Machado, he became the San Diego Padres' all-time home run leader, had to do it against the freaking Mariners with a 2-run shot that helped them win that game. But one bright spot, Cal Raleigh, big jumper himself, hit his 30th home run of the season for Seattle, making him only one of 12 catchers with multiple 30 home run seasons.
Nice.
They're back at it again today. So hopefully they can get a win and take it. And yeah, it just bums you out when the Astros lose and we lose because you're like, oh, that was an opportunity, and we just blew it.
Slipped right through our fingers.
Right through our fingers.
The NBA's commissioner, Adam Silver, said that the league is not quite ready to commit to expansion, but has confirmed that there is still a very strong interest in our fair city, Seattle. The NBA is going to be closely watching the support received at some of these exhibition games, especially here in Seattle. So this will include the upcoming Clippers game that's going to take place at Climate Pledge Arena. Seattle's mayor, Bruce Harrell, and other NBA figures are pretty optimistic about us having a return of NBA to our city. A lot of discussions on expansion will continue, and of course we'll keep you updated here on the Daily Migs Show.
Yeah, I know some people are speculating and hoping that when they do those exhibition games, that that's when the big announcement will happen. But then I've also heard that it's not going to happen until the NBA season is actually happening. So, hey, look, at this point, I mean, patience is a virtue. We've been waiting long enough. I think we're going to wait a few more months. But that would be... I can't even imagine what that day is going to be like when it's official.
Oh my gosh, people are going to lose their minds.
I think some people will cry.
Oh, it might be me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you a big Sonics fan?
Growing up, that was like our team. My dad used to take us to Sonics games when we were little kids. So much fun.
Do you think the National Treasure will cry?
Oh, probably.
Oh, man, I hope they make the announcement before he wakes up while we're on the air, and we can wake him up with that news.
Oh, that would be the best.
If the NBA cares even just a little bit about us.
Oh, yeah.
They'll wait until then. All right, so yesterday, obviously, the debates was going on. I don't know if you were watching it. Harris doesn't like Trump. Trump doesn't like Harris. I think that pretty much sums up the entire debate. We'll talk a little bit about more later on, but there's one politician I think all of us could rally around, and her name is Sally Duvall, and she's running for Congress in Texas, and she's pushing to legalize marijuana because it's not legal in Texas. And the way, man, her campaign commercial, I highly recommend, highly pun intended, for you to check out her campaign commercial because she's rolling a joint in it. She's just talking about how, you need to have access to safe, tested marijuana products. And then at the end of the campaign commercial, she's ripping a bong hit. And it's awesome. Here's the audio.
So here's the bottom line. Texans should have the freedom to consume these products if they want to. You can visit my website to read all about my common sense policy. I'm Sally Duvall, and I believe it's high time for change in Texas.
This is not a Saturday Night Live skit. She's legit coughing after ripping a bong hit and just smiling as if today's the greatest day. I think she might have forgot she's running for office. I don't know what the hell is happening right there.
Just love the creative energy there.
Hey, as far as weather, we're hitting a high of 65 degrees. It's going to rain today. It's already raining, so that means traffic's going to slow down because we all forget how to drive in the rain. Oh, yeah. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Last night, again, was the debate, and there was one strange moment that led to songs already being written about it. We're going to tell you about it at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Last night was the debate, and of course there were plenty of strange moments to enjoy, but there was none odder than this moment when former President Trump said this after Vice President Harris took some shots at Trump's rally.
I feel like this was the moment where everybody had to hit rewind on their whatever DVR or on YouTube, whatever it was that you were watching. Like, did that just get said?
What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify.
Also, just watching the facial reactions of Vice President Harris was some of my more entertaining moments. It's like, man, I could just stare at whoever's not talking was more fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
Than the person talking. And that was definitely one of those moments. And then the moderator, which I was impressed by how quickly they called, I guess, Springfield to find out if what he was saying was the truth.
Oh, boy.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Now, why didn't they record that phone call? I want to hear what that was like.
What?
Anybody eating dogs or cats right now over in Springfield?
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking
television
it from the
saying
city
their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
In all fairness, he was watching The Simpsons. There was an episode with Santa's Little Helper. And sorry.
No.
I do love, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter. There's a guy by the name of Noah Garfinkel. He's like a Hollywood writer. And he put up a tweet and he just said, he said, hey, the eating pets line from Donald Trump almost perfectly syncs up to the piano in the Peanuts theme song.
Oh, no.
And here's what it sounded like.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Oh, no. The internet is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. Danny, I heard your daughter watched the debates, and you got audio of her and her response to it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Well, it's dumb. Why does Steve like this?
I don't necessarily like it. I'm very entertained by it.
Oh, for sure.
So I took that line.
No,
yes.
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I had I got to get my money's worth from that AI music software, and I just I just transcribed what was just said there, right? And I plugged it into Suno.com and had the robots write a song. That I just said I didn't even do anything other than gave it a genre. So I said you could either go with pop punk or new metal. And for Danny,
yeah, I had a feeling.
I feel like we should do the pop punk one.
Okay.
The song is called Small Town Strife by Robot Blink 182, based on what Donald Trump just said. Are you ready for it?
Of course.
In a small town, life is lost. In Springfield, we're paying the cost. Immigrants came, took their shot. Now our pets are what they've caught. Neighbors talk of what they've seen. Dogs and cats no longer keen. Disappearing every night underneath the pale street light. Where have all our pets gone? Old habits now are wrong. In Springfield, they don't last. They're eating dogs and cats so fast. People scared, they lock their doors. Emptiness on every floor. Pets we love just can't be found. Rumbling whispers all around. Where have all our pets gone?
I believe this is on the extended version of the new Blink-182 record, right?
It's a banger.
It is a real toe tap.
You gotta love the robots.
They're so good.
They did a good job. Do you dare want to hear the new metal version?
Of course.
Okay, here we go.
In Springfield, dogs and cats were scared. Immigrants in town, beasties getting snared. Nighttime comes, fate ain't looking fair. Four-legged friends vanish in thin air. Town halls buzzing, talking bankruptcy. Folks furious, crime got an eerie scene. Street lights with the shadows in between. Backyards empty, no house, just screams. Springfield boasts, packs get snatched. Tables turn, insanity cracked. Echoes when you trust attack. In a world where nothing's fact.
I could have headbanged to that all day.
Me too.
Well, now that you're a metal girl.
I know. And I actually kind of like both of them. I was like, wow, really, if you have a good beat and, good instruments, I guess I'll listen to anything.
And robots.
Well, speaking of music, summer is sadly almost over.
Well, it's dumb.
It is.
Yeah, look outside. It's raining. It's dumb outside.
So what are the best songs that are about the end of summer? We are certain that Danny is going to be down with at least one of these songs, and you're going to hear what they are after Guns N' Roses.
The Daily Migs Show.
Fall officially begins on the 22nd.
Does
which is
it?
1 week from Sunday.
Look outside. It's fall as F.
Maybe today is the unofficial start of summer.
Fair.
I mean, start of fall and the end of summer. And so we have some time to celebrate these last few days of the summer season. And so Ultimate Classic Rock is helping us out. They put together a list of songs that mention the end of summer.
Which is kind of, who's smoking pot at Ultimate Classic Rock? Because who said, you know what, guys, I got an idea. Let's do a list of songs that talk about not summer, but the end of summer.
This is really sad. All right, here are some of the highlights, Steve Migs.
I feel like this one, I even saw a couple people texting in, and they suggested that this one better be on the list. I think this is the no-brainer. Although I have to say, the Ataris have ruined this version for me. I don't want to hear this version. I want to hear the Ataris version.
No, I agree, because it's way better.
It's so much better.
There's a little more pep in their stuff.
I'm like, God, this is such a weenie song. I know that sounds terrible, but it's like after you hear, like, the Ataris really, like, punked it up and it has a good drive to it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go to that one, you're like, oh, man, this is like yacht rock now.
Another song on the list, Ultimate Classic Rock put together of songs that mention the end of summer.
I'm curious if you know this one. Danny, do you think you know it?
It sounds like you too.
It's in that genre or like that era of music of bands I despise. Any guesses? Think mopey frontman with a lot of makeup on. Kind of looks like Edward Scissorhands.
That would be The Cure.
Yes, there you go.
See, I only know like the big radio hits from The Cure. I'm not familiar with that one at all.
I used to be in a couple bands where like the members of the bands were. I've been in multiple bands that have wanted to cover Cure songs.
What do you? Did you say absolutely not?
No, I'll do it. I was like, whatever. Even Bruiser Brody, my last band, we were covering Pictures of You, which is like an 8-minute long song.
Yeah.
And I would get so bored while we were playing. And then, like, Jeff, our bassist, would look at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know anymore. I forgot how to play the drums to this song. Like, I was screwing up. I could not do it. And it was the same drum beat for 8 straight minutes. And I would just get lost in my own thoughts. And I'd start playing things wrong.
Oh, boy.
Because I was like, I just hate these songs.
It's a list that Ultimate Classic Rock put together of songs that mention the end of summer.
All right, I feel like this is the one that Danny's going to rock with.
Okay.
But we'll see. Maybe he's so sick of this song that he doesn't rock with this anymore. Are you ready?
Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends.
No, I'm good with it. This is one I actually argue that Green Day should switch up their show and play this song last instead of Good Riddance on their live show.
Oh yeah,
because I think it would be like an epic ending, and this was a huge hit for them. So at that point, I still love this song.
What the?
It's a great song.
It is a great song.
Do you remember? I don't think they still do it when they would end their set with Good Riddance. And they would set the drums on fire.
Oh no, I don't.
I can't remember which tour it was, but I don't think they did it every show. But they did it from time to time where they were like the show would end, they'd trash the stage, and then they would play Good Riddance, and Trey would set his drums on fire. Nice. And you're like, this is such a weird thing because the song is so acoustic and pretty, and then there's just this crazy punk rock drummer that set his drums on fire while all of it's going on. It was like chaos.
I love it.
It was awesome.
One more from the list of ultimate classic rocks songs that mention the end of summer.
Summer loving had me up.
Yes.
We got to work on our duet.
Wait, are we doing this?
Yeah.
Where?
If you guys do this at karaoke, I will lose my mind.
Oh my!
Will you buy us shots?
I will buy the entire bar shots if you do it.
Oh, I'll do it for an entire.
I'll do it for a shot.
Watch, we'll have to wait till we're at a poorly attended karaoke bar, and then Danny's like, "I'll do it at this place."
Yeah, right.
There's seven people here.
But because there's such a dance sequence involved, we need Sarah and Danny to be our backup dancers.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is Grease, Summer Lovin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. And we have one final song from the list that Ultimate Classic Rock put together of songs that mention the end of summer.
Might also be a song about the end of marriage while we're at it. Was his mistress's name Virginia?
Probably.
Is that bad?
No.
You mean his other baby mama?
What in the hell? I know that we're talking about the end of summer, but we might be talking about an end of a marriage.
I think his mom's name was Virginia.
I think you might be right.
Oh, okay, that's obvious.
Oh, Dave Grohl.
Dave. And if you don't know, he put up an Instagram post yesterday.
Greatest Instagram post of the day.
My jaw dropped. It's just like, yeah, I have a kid that's not from wedlock.
It was literally when people write a paragraph, I'm usually like, okay, it's probably nothing. But Taryn, you literally sent it to us. I was like, okay, I got to read what this paragraph says. And I was shook.
Yeah, that was mind-blowing for sure.
He put an Instagram post basically saying, yeah, I've had an affair, and the woman I had an affair with is having a kid. I guess already had the kid. He said, I recently became the father of a new baby daughter born outside of my marriage. And I'm like, at first I had to do a double check. I'm like, is this Dave Grohl?
Right? Dave Troll.
Right?
No, it's Dave Grohl.
I didn't know who, when Taryn sent it to us kind of blind, and it just said the sign Dave. I was like, we know a lot of Daves in our life. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about this guy. That being said, this is a great song.
You're not wrong. The end of summer is near, Rockaholics. How would you like to beat Steve this morning? He's got a record of 256 wins, 74 losses, and 45 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
All right, now I can.
I know Scotty from Tacoma is. Scotty, are you there?
I am.
Woo! I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Scotty has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am. Yeah.
The VMAs are tonight, so what does VMA stand for?
Video Music Awards.
Correct. Recently passing away at 93, who voiced Darth Vader?
Pass.
Which fruit is used to make grenadine syrup?
Berry.
No. The 2 zodiac signs in September are Virgo and what?
Libra.
Correct. Former Patriots wide receiver Danny Amendola will be competing on what reality show?
Dancing with the Stars.
Correct. How many states have the letter Z in the name?
2.
No.
3.
No.
1.
Correct. Who played the title character in the 80s classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Matthew Broderick.
Yes. Which Harry Potter book came out in 2000?
Deathly Shadows.
No.
Pass.
Scotty, you got 5 correct. You know, better than I thought in the beginning there. So
Yeah.
it was a little shaky, but 5 is still not the greatest.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Wow, Taryn, I feel like you usually have so much faith for the contestant.
I keep thinking of that song, Scotty doesn't know. But.
Oh, well, Scotty kind of knew.
He knew some.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
The VMAs are tonight. So what does VMA stand for?
Video Music Awards.
You know it. Recently passing away at 93, who voiced Darth Vader?
James Earl Jones.
Yes. Which fruit is used to make grenadine syrup?
Which fruit? Cherries.
No.
Pomegranate.
Correct.
Nice.
The 2 zodiac signs in September are Virgo and what?
Libra.
Yes. Former Patriots wide receiver Danny Amendola will be competing on what reality show?
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. How many U.S. states have the letter Z in the name?
U.S. states have 1.
Correct.
Oh.
Who plays the title character in the 80s classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Matthew Broderick.
Yes. Which Harry Potter book came out in 2000?
The Sorcerer's Stone?
No.
The Wizarding Wizards?
No.
The Goblet of Fire.
Correct. What? How many teaspoons are in 1 cup?
I don't even care anymore.
That was impressive.
How many teaspoons in 1 cup? 8.
No.
16.
No.
24.
No. The Sound of Music came out in what decade?
60s.
Correct. Ooh. Steve.
Goblet of Fire.
Almost a perfect 10, but you did get 9 correct, which is a big win, 9-5.
Ugh.
Sorry, Scotty.
Scotty already ducked out.
Oh, Scotty really didn't know.
He's going to know next time, though.
Nope.
He's going to know not to call in.
He's going to have a redemption game.
How many teaspoons are in 1 cup?
A lot. I don't know.
A lot.
32?
48.
48.
There's 16 tablespoons in a cup. And
yeah, I don't know why I
all
guessed
that.
like 8 originally. That is such a terrible guess.
8 heaping teaspoons.
Yes. Goblet of Fire, though.
Yeah. Where did that even come from?
I was just trying to think of any my wife likes Harry Potter, so some of it seeped into my mind, but I can't remember everything. Like I know Hogwarts and Dumbledore. And Goblet of Fire.
You're doing great.
Yeah, isn't there a Sorcerer's Stone? Yeah.
That was the first book, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is there a wizard? Wizard? No.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
I thought you were going to go with the Wizards of Waverly Place. I was like, that's Selena Gomez, dude.
It's a good show.
I'm not that dumb. I know the difference between Harry Potter and Selena.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
KISW presents the Halloween Hullabaloo on October 13th at the Showware Center. And the Showware Center is where you can donate blood this Friday, Friday the 13th, for a shot at scoring VIP tickets to the show starring Godsmack and Hailstorm. You can reserve your spot by heading over to KISW.com. Yesterday was a big day for my little karate kid. What happened? We're going to tell you after Aerosmith.
The Daily Migs Show.
Well, last night we had martial arts class for Barrett, and this was the first time we've been to martial arts since he's started full-day kindergarten.
Oh, okay, so it's long days.
Long days, and I was very, very, very worried about the entire situation because I didn't know if he was going to be like melting down or totally out of energy.
Using his power of karate for the wrong reasons.
But the great news was yesterday was a very big celebration at that class.
What happened?
Barrett got his black stripe on his belt.
What does that even mean?
So there's.
I know it means that he's
there.
I don't remember the stripes. I took Taekwondo when I was a kid. I made it up to green belt. I don't remember the stripe, like what it all means anymore.
So I think it goes from white to senior white to yellow. To senior yellow to green.
Yeah.
And so he's in black stripe, he's in senior white belt right now. So he now knows that he can test for his yellow belt next month.
Okay.
So you have to have 5 stripes in order to test. And he now will get his 5th stripe when he does his, like the little testing or whatever. And then they can get their next belt.
Do you know what the testing involves? Like, can you work on it with him? Does he have to fight another kid?
Yes. So he has to like show that he knows the different steps. So there's like, 10 of them or whatever. So we'll practice at home a little bit. He has to also know some of the like little mantras that they repeat at class. So the one that they've been working on right now is that children will, you have to repeat after me. Children will.
Children will.
Keep their hair, teeth, and body
I don't have any hair.
clean daily, ma'am or sir. Yeah, so they got to make sure that they're taking their baths every day,
I
washing
remember
their
that in The
hands,
Karate Kid. I don't think
brushing
Mr.
their
Miyagi
teeth.
ever told Daniel's son to do any of that.
So he has to be able to say that by himself without the teacher, leading him.
Do you hear him saying it in the house when you're not around? Like, like if he's in like a room, is he doing it or no?
Oh, no, absolutely not. He only does it when I prompt him to do it. So he's got to, incorporate that during his test and then show all the moves that he knows and then hopefully get the next belt.
Is he fired up?
He's pretty fired up. I mean, he was very tired yesterday, but he was fired up for this.
That's funny because we're dealing with that right now as well with, preschool. She's only going to preschool. Tatum's going to preschool 2 days of the week, so Tuesdays and Thursdays. But Tuesdays is also a busy day for because it's ballet day as well. And yesterday was her first day back at ballet with like the new class. Man, that room was packed.
Oh, boy.
Because all the parents show up. Like now, for the first couple, it's always fun. Like you see like everybody shows up. The grandmas, the aunts, the uncles, the mom, the dad. And then like in about 4 weeks, then it's just like mom. And then sometimes you're not even sure. Maybe it's even like one mom's taking like a few of the kids. Like we're always there, but like it's kind of funny to see like how packed the room was. And there was like 15 kids in the class. I couldn't even get a seat, which worked out well because I was very tired.
Oh, boy.
So I couldn't fall asleep because I was standing the whole time.
Have you ever fallen asleep standing before?
Once, but that was a long time ago.
Were you close yesterday?
No, I was good. Because you know what? I was distracted. I'm curious what you got. You ever have a situation where you run into something and you're like, I did not expect that to be coming from that person?
Sure.
Okay, so while I'm watching Tatum doing ballet, I keep hearing, I don't even know how to do the sound. I don't even know how people do it with gum, when they pop the gum, like like the popping of it. Like, wouldn't you expect that that's usually like a teenager doing that?
I mean, I do that sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Wouldn't you expect that to be Taryn Daly or a teenager?
Yeah. Honestly, I've seen a lot of like parents do it.
Okay.
It's just like a thing.
I guess maybe I'm just not around that group of people that like to pop their gum, but like, because there's a lot of like teen and like, 12, 13-year-old girls that are all hanging around there too because of all these dance classes that are going on. So while I'm watching her, I'm like, this teenage girl behind me will not stop popping her gum. And it was like, how you start focusing on it? You're like, when is she going to stop popping that damn gum? So finally I turn around. It's not a teenage girl. It's like a 6'10" dude. And I'm like, did not expect you to be the one popping the gum. Like, I wasn't mad or anything like that. It wasn't like the end of the world, but it just kind of, it took me for a second to like, one of these things does not connect to the other.
Well, my big question is, did you ask that person what brand of gum they were chewing? Because it sounds like there was excellent longevity for flavor.
Right?
No, I did not ask that. And yes, it went on for about 40 minutes.
Wow.
And you think it was the same? Was it possibly the same piece of gum, or do you think they re-upped?
I didn't ask any questions.
I'm so curious.
I don't even know how to pop a gum.
We should have a lesson one day.
Somebody tried to teach me how to blow a bubble, and I was like, that is not working.
Wait, you can't even blow a bubble?
What?
With gum?
Yeah.
No.
That is like, you learn that in like second grade,
I
dude.
don't need to be shamed because I can't blow bubbles.
Is it because of your large mouth and tongue? Maybe it can't.
It might be.
Wow, it just can't happen?
The tongue can't handle that kind of pressure.
Dang, that's sad.
Didn't you play like baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should learn in baseball.
In the dugout, right?
That's like what you're supposed to like throw down on.
If you ever saw me play Little League, I didn't even learn how to hit a ball. You think they're going to teach me how to blow bubbles?
Were you chewing big league chew?
No, you know it.
Best.
Sunflower seeds. I was more of a sunflower seed guy.
Because you couldn't blow bubbles.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
He couldn't fit Big Chew in his big mouth. He could only fit little sunflower seeds.
It's an aggressive room this morning.
I'm just shocked.
I feel like I'm in the middle of the debates from last night. I'm going to tell you guys, I know Sarah. Sarah does not like you. Just to let you know that.
Wow.
Hey, Sarah? Karen hates you. I talked to her. She hates you.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a couple people might have hated me on Monday when we were at the Washington State Fair. And while we were there, someone experienced a very euphoric moment, a natural high, if we will, on a ride. And you're going to hear what happened at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
On Monday, we all went to the Washington State Fair. We did the Puyallup.
We did it.
And while we were there, there was one ride that I really wanted to go on. And the rest of the show was not necessarily on board.
It was like little kid swing ride. I was just like, no, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was called the Revolution 360. And
this is the ride when I see that. There's a couple of rides that I see at the Washington State Fair, and those are the rides I look at and go, oh, hell no. I would never go on that ride. Yeah.
So we do have some audio of us while we were waiting in line watching the Revolution 360.
Steve, where are we?
We're in the land of bad choices.
Revolution 360. Yeah. Okay. Are you going to bring Tatum on this ride?
We'll find out after the ride, huh?
This is my kind of ride. I'm very excited.
Let's go. I am, actually. I'm excited because you and Steve are being little bitches.
I hate you. Wow.
I'm forcing you to do
We are.
Yeah, I had no intention. When you said you wanted to ride this ride, I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. And I had a feeling that Danny wasn't going to do it either. And then all of a sudden we have Sarah calling us little bitches. And I don't know why. Like, usually I just like, cool, whatever. But Danny then agreed. He's like, fine, I'll do it. And then I'm like, well, I can't be the only one that's not going to do it. Here's how peer pressure works, kids.
I like how easily we were peer pressured.
We were.
It was not like they even had to really convince us. It wasn't like, hey guys, I'll get you some, we should have got some fair food out of it or something.
We should have done something just kind of like, hey, we'll do it if you give us this or something. Buy us our cowboy hats that we didn't want to buy. Something. But we were just like, all right, yeah, I don't want to be a little bitch.
Yeah, that was it. Literally just calling you guys little bitches. You're like, oh, okay.
So after the ride, we ended up running in.
Let's just describe what the ride is.
Oh, yeah, okay, go for it.
It's awful.
So you're sitting four to a side, and there's four sides.
And mind you, I love roller coasters. I love going upside down on roller coasters, sideways. I don't know what it is. I think if there's a track, I feel safe.
There's no track. It was a giant pendulum.
Yeah, and it's just like one of those ones where it keeps swinging and swinging. And I'm like, all right. I'm watching this thing swing, and eventually it gets where it's fully upright, where you're upside down, perfectly upside down. I'm like, okay, well, it's going to swing back. No, it does a complete circle.
And it goes faster. It rotates faster at some point, and your legs are dangling, and your shoulders are strapped in. It was not your cup of tea?
No, my heart's racing even talking about it. I'm watching. I'm like, there's no way. I don't want to do this. But, of course, I was like, well, I agreed to do it, and everyone else is doing it. I'm hoping by the time we were about ready to hand our tickets over that you were going to be like, yeah, I'm just kidding. No.
You guys were very brave men that day. And after the ride, we ran into a rockaholic whose daughter was also on the ride with us, and we got her review.
How old do you think she was?
Wow.
10?
Yeah. We're all adults and we're freaking out. She's like, this ride was great.
Taryn. Hello, Steve.
I'm still not happy with you.
We survived the revolution. Woo!
It is called the Revolution 360, and we met a couple. First of all, we met Dad. Hey,
how you doing?
What's your name?
Brian Spillman.
Brian, nice to meet you. And your kids are here.
Yep.
And you rode the ride.
Yeah,
What'd you think of it?
it was really good. Yes!
What did you think of it?
I wasn't on, but I was also like really scared.
Now at that moment, I'm like, I hope she wasn't sitting close to us because I was yelling "F you, Taryn" the entire time we were up there, and I think Danny was yelling the exact same thing.
There were a lot of expletives.
Yeah, I mean the entire time we're going down, I'm like, "F you, Taryn."
Scared?
I was on it, and I was really scared. That was a scary ride.
Yeah.
So far, has that been the scariest ride that you've been on, or is there one scarier that we need to check out?
I think the roller coaster is really scary.
The green one or the wooden one?
The green one.
Yeah, we did that one. That one was kind of, I was a little aggressive, as we said. It drops a lot. Yeah.
What has been your favorite ride of the entire day?
I think this one.
Me too.
I like the, I forgot what it was called. Oh, it was that one back there.
The swing?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Swings would have been a lot more fun than the Revolution, I'll tell you.
The swings are always the ones that they show that have like fallen down at some, fair in the Midwest. It's always the swing ride.
I was willing to take my chances on that than ever going on the Revolution. I'm glad I did it. I don't ever want to do it again.
Well, after we chatted with the kids, we discussed how the ride went amongst ourselves.
Does everybody have something nice to say about Taryn for that great suggestion of going on the Revolution?
Honestly, yes. That was seriously the most outstanding ride I've ever been on. I don't know if I was about to pass out, and that's why I'm like in some like crazy euphoric stage, but I loved it.
I was not expecting that from Sarah.
I hate Sarah. I literally, just hearing this audio just makes me want to throw something at her.
Why do you hate her?
Because that was not euphoric, Sarah. That was not the best ride of your life.
Dude, it really was. Even now when I'm thinking about it, I get happy.
I really liked it too. It just was actually a lot faster than it appears when it really starts rotating. Holy crap.
I have to say, I liked about 80% of it. That other 20%, that's when I was cursing you out.
Oh, no.
Danny, what about you?
F you, Taryn. F you.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. You're lucky my turkey leg did not come out on your lap.
Yeah, there was one moment I thought for sure Danny was going to hurl.
Oh, no.
And sure. And we intentionally made sure that both Danny and I were sitting on each side of you because I wasn't sure if I was going to hurl either. And I'm like, well, if anyone deserves it, that's why my head was turned the entire time towards you. I was like, if I'm going to hurl, I'm hurling on you. This was your idea.
But with the way that ride moved, it would be very hard to aim your vomit.
Oh, I was going to try.
Very hard.
I had every intention of trying.
You know what's crazy is that it went 3 times upside down, which was not what I was expecting. I don't know. I thought it was going to go like once upside down, but by the 3rd time, that's when my stomach, I was like, I don't know that it's going to stay.
Oh, no.
The 3rd time I was like, when is this ride going to end?
Yeah.
There was a moment where I thought I was going to hurl.
There's still time.
Should we go again?
No. I'm glad I could say I did it. I'm glad I did it. But it was like those moments when like you were looking straight down and going fast. Sideways, I didn't mind. Going down straight, I didn't like that.
So cool. We're all upside down together, just like looking at the earth. Like it was kind of magical.
Did she take mushrooms?
Did she take some kind of drugs?
It's really for me. I don't know. I feel like that was a really good bonding experience for us.
Also, before it started, she's like, well, if we all die, we die together, and that's really sweet. I'm like, what, like the Notebook?
Yes! If we're all
Holding
gonna
hands?
go.
Yeah, she wanted to hold hands.
Yeah, we might as well go together, man.
Thank you for letting me put you guys through that. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Any kids rides that can we do now? Bumper cars. Let's go. I'll do bumper cars.
And I had to duck out because I had to get home, but did you guys keep your turkey legs and your noodles down?
That's a personal question. Yes. Although I was riding high after that. I have to say, Sarah might not be crazy because I had an adrenaline rush that went for hours. I was feeling great until I ended up at tap class because we had tap dance class on Monday night. And I'm sitting there in the little dance studio and I fell asleep. Like the adrenaline dump hit while I was there. My wife's like, wake up. I'm like, I can't. I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Well, it did put Sarah in what she said, quote, a crazy euphoric state. So what about you, Rockaholics? What is something you have done that gave you just a natural high? 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Jimi Hendrix.
The Daily Migs Show.
After riding the Revolution 360 at the Washington State Fair, Sarah said that she was in, quote, a crazy euphoric state.
Honestly, yes. That was seriously the most outstanding ride I've ever been on. I don't know if I was about to pass out, and that's why I'm like in some like crazy euphoric stage, but I loved it. so cool. We're all upside down together, just like looking at the earth. Like it was kind of magical.
Did she take mushrooms? Did she take some kind of drugs?
It's really, for me, I don't know. I feel like that was a really good bonding experience for us.
It was.
Looking at the earth, man, it was crazy. It's not like we were in space.
No, but we were on our way for sure.
Fair.
What about you, Rockaholics? What is something you have done that gave you a crazy natural high? 206-803-ROCK. Mike from Whidbey Island, you rode the same ride that we rode in Kansas?
I did. It was in Salinas, and the center coupling gave up on it. It was pretty messed up, man. There was actually an impact. Yeah, it was already kind of on its way down, so we were just barely up off the ground. But it did scare the living you-know-whaty out of me. By the way, Taryn, I saw your kindergarten pictures for your son. He is just adorable, by the way.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike, was the entire ride full of people? Like, were you all losing your minds?
I waited in line for that, man.
Oh. And did anybody get hurt?
Yeah, there was some injuries, yeah. I was in the Army at the time. I was stationed at Fort Riley out there. And when it hit the ground, of course, it's the weekend. If I get hurt, I'm going to be in big trouble. I'm not supposed to be doing stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah.
But who would ever think that you would get hurt doing that?
We had a court date, and we settled out of court. It was good.
Wow.
Oh, we had $1 million question. You're at the Washington State Fair, and Taryn Daly walks up to you and says, hey, you want to get on the Revolution 360? Would you ride it again?
Probably not. As much as I adore her, I'm airborne, and I don't even like to fly.
Thanks, Mike.
You rock, Mike.
Alex in Puyallup, what was it that gave you a crazy natural high?
About a year ago, I went skydiving out in Snohomish.
Nice. Was that the first time?
Yeah, that was the first time. I did it on my birthday. Now I want to go and get certified and skydive by myself.
I was going to say it was a tandem kind of a thing, right?
Oh, yeah, always.
What was that feeling like?
Jump is tandem.
What was that feeling like the moment you jumped out of the plane?
It, I wasn't nervous, but then all of a sudden, the door opens up and I just go OS and everything just, it was intense.
Could you scream?
I don't think a roller coaster could top that experience.
Oh, I doubt it. Yeah, that had to be insane.
Were you able to scream at all, or was it like one of those things where you try to scream and nothing comes out?
Oh, no, I was able to scream. I was screaming. I was having a blast. I was enjoying it. I have video of it. It was amazing.
How was the landing for you?
It was really smooth. So we got close to the ground. The instructor just tells you to put your legs out, so you're pretty much in like this L form, and then he just hits the ground. He's standing up, and then you just drop your feet and kind of keep walking with him.
So you had to move your body kind of like Ray Gun in the breakdancing competition.
Exactly.
The L form.
Possum Paul on Highway 26. What gave you a crazy natural high?
The first time that I washed my nipple piercing.
Ooh.
Whoa.
What just happened?
Well, here's the deal. When you get it pierced, it's awfully exciting as well, but like super painful kind of exciting. But then 24 hours later, you have to soap it up and turn it and back and forth. And the first time I turned that thing, it was so intense. I dropped to my knees, and then I got this super intense dopamine rush.
Wow.
Out of it. And you should try it, Steve. I know how much you like piercings.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I might take another nap.
206-803-ROCK. Drew from Puyallup, what is the crazy natural high you experienced?
Natural high for me was skydiving out of Capalson Air Sports.
Oh, nice.
And so I had done 2 tandems prior, and then decided to engage in their assisted free-for-all program. And there's just nothing that can compare to it. If you want absolute silence from the world, you need to jump out of an airplane and just be under a canopy, and the world will never be the same for anybody like that. It is just an incredible experience.
Unless you're paired up with me, because then you're just going to be hearing curse words the entire time going down. The piercing story, though, really, Danny, I don't know if you maybe have the same feeling because you've had tattoos. The natural high for me is when you take a break for a second and they use that witch hazel.
Oh,
and they spray it and they just give that nice clean wipe of all the gunk and the blood and all that kind of stuff. It's that witch hazel, just it's
oh.
Yeah, it's oh man, I needed that.
Rockaholics, we need someone who can beat Steve. He nearly got a perfect 10 this morning. He is currently 257 wins, 74 losses, and 45 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Corey from Lacey is. Corey, are you there?
I am.
Okay, so I just am so sick of Steve winning so much that we are doing a little cheat sheet for this Beat Migs. If you listen to the men's room at 4:40 every day, our beautiful Taryn Daly is going to give 3 of the answers away.
Oh, awesome. I'll start listening to the men's room at 4:40.
Don't you dare.
There's not a chance. I'm knee deep in Tatum stuff. She's not going to, as much as she loves Miles and Thrill and Ted and Mike, that's the last thing she wants to do.
You know, I didn't
It's
even
not
think.
Paw Patrol toys on YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah, and I didn't even think that, you could listen. That didn't even cross my mind to know. But you won't because you are an honorable man. All right, Steve.
Integrity.
Integrity.
I, just like Dave Grohl, I refuse to cheat. Wait. Yesterday, that would have made more sense to say that.
Sure would have. All right,
bad.
Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Corey has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
You know it.
According to the saying, sugar and spice makes everything what?
Nice.
Yes. AC/DC had the 70s hit song titled Let There Be What?
Light?
No.
Pass.
The Skipper and the Professor are characters from what TV show?
Gilligan's Island.
Correct. What female artist currently has won the most VMA awards?
Pass.
Tramp is a mixed breed, but what kind of dog is Lady in the animated movie Lady and the Tramp?
Bloodhound?
No.
Shoot, pass.
Name the popular Korean dish that is buried in clay pots for months before served.
What? No clue.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
Super Bowl 2025 will be held in what city?
Correct. I don't know that one either. Pass.
Little Wooden Head and I've Got No Strings are songs from what Disney movie?
God, come on. Pass.
In baking, what nuts are used to make marzipan?
No clue.
Oh, Corey, I don't really think you knew a lot about a lot.
No.
You dropped a deuce.
Corey, I just want to remind you to listen for the Daily Migs show's Beat Migs cheat sheet on the men's room every weekday at 4:40.
Because Taryn did give away 3 of those answers that you did not know. So you could have really increased your score there.
That could have been very helpful.
Or he could just read a book every now and then. I don't know.
Oh, Danny.
Wow.
Well, and I will say, looking at the questions, it's quite a mix of things. And, Corey just doesn't really know much.
Okay.
Poor Corey.
But you never know.
Rude.
Steve, are you ready?
Yeah.
According to the saying, sugar and spice makes everything what?
Nice.
Yes. AC/DC had the 70s hit song titled Let There Be What?
Let There Be Rock.
You know it. The Skipper and the Professor are characters from what TV show?
Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
And
what
the
female
rest.
artist currently has won the most VMA awards?
Beyonce?
Yes.
But Taylor Swift's going to crush it tonight,
Oh,
right?
she might. Let's go. Tramp is a mixed breed, but what kind of dog is Lady in the animated movie Lady and the Tramp?
A collie?
No.
Beagle?
No.
Pitbull.
No. Name the popular Korean dish that is buried in clay pots for months before served.
Korean dish? Korean barbecue?
No.
Yakisoba?
No.
Come on,
We got that at a teriyaki spot.
I don't know. I'll pass.
Super Bowl 2025 will be held in what city?
New Orleans.
Yes. Little Wooden Head and I've Got No Strings are songs from what Disney movie?
Excuse me. Pinocchio?
Correct. In baking, what nut is used to make marzipan? Oh my gosh, these questions. I didn't even know.
D's. Almonds.
Correct.
Sarah, what did you have in your mind yesterday?
Is George not giving you what you need at the home?
I have
Man.
Tramp, Little Wooden Head, and nuts in my questions.
That was a very spicy beat, Migs.
I know, and sugar and spice does make everything nice. Well, you did get 7 correct, which is a big win, 7-2. Sorry, Corey.
It is all right, guys. Thank you much. Have a great day.
You too, my friend.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Woo. So
I think all of us need a shower after this.
I know.
It's dirty.
2 of the answers that Taryn gave during the men's room at 4:40 was Tramp is a mixed breed, but Lady is a Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniel. Oh, man.
There's another one.
The hits keep on coming.
What in the world is up with this? This is so naughty.
We're children.
Sorry, everyone. And the popular Korean dish that is buried in clay pots for months, I did not know this either, but it's kimchi.
Yeah.
Which is the most disgusting food
No,
I think
so
that
good.
ever exists.
So good.
No wonder why it's like buried down there for a while. But you won, Steve. Congrats.
Thank you.
And again, listen for that cheat sheet on the men's room today at 4:40, Rockaholics. I will give you 3 correct answers to the questions we will ask tomorrow during Beat Migs at 7:50. You can also check out the Daily Migs t-shirt that is available in the Rock Shop. And if you grew up a fan of Beavis and Butthead, this is going to be something you're going to want to add to your wardrobe.
We're going to score.
You can also give a big shout out to our friend Justin Hunt. He made the design, and it is available at KISW.com.
Can you, shut up?
What is the biggest band you've ever seen in a small club?
Whoa. My first one that pops into mind is REM.
Oh.
Saw them at the Crocodile.
Dang, that's
that's
tiny.
not the current Crocodile, but the one that used to be on 2nd and Blanchard around the corner. And it wasn't billed as REM. They were in town doing a big charity show, but the -5, which featured Peter Buck from REM, he was a part of it, and he also was a part owner of the Crocodile at the time. And so my buddy was a security guy, and he's like, hey, you should come down. Something cool's about to happen. I'm like, man, it's a weeknight. He's like, no, seriously, come down. And then I started putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, it could be one of 3 bands that were pretty big.
Nice.
One of them being REM, and sure as S, in front of me and maybe 200 other people, REM performed like they were a college rock band again. Like, they were so good. And I'm not even a big REM fan. Eddie Vedder jumped up on stage with them. It was amazing. Still one of the greatest concert experiences of my life. Thanks, Kevin.
So for you, Rockaholics, what is the biggest band that you have seen play in a small club? Give us a call now and tell us the story. 206-803-ROCK. We are asking this because one of the biggest rock bands of all time is going to hit the clubs. Who is it? We'll tell you after Linkin Park.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. What is the biggest band that you have ever seen play in a small club? We ask this because Motley Crue has announced a series of shows at 3 of the iconic Los Angeles clubs in October, and this is part of their Hollywood takeover.
Okay.
They're going to be performing at the Troubadour, the Roxy, and the Whiskey A Go-Go.
I would love to see one of those shows.
Sure.
Say whatever you want. I know that they're not what they once were, and Vince's voice is not what it once was, and Mick Mars is not a part of it. But to be able to see Tommy Lee perform and just the band perform some of those songs in front of a small crowd. Plus, I think everybody's going to be screaming and yelling the songs, so you're not even going to have to hear Vince sing. Right? Don't you think that whole room is just going to be deafening?
That is a big selling point, Migs. So they're going to be promoting their new EP, Canceled. And on this EP, they have a cover of Beastie Boys' Fight for Your Right.
And we're still trying to get that song canceled from this canceled EP. Here comes the worst / best part. Okay, we're good.
Oh, wow.
You gotta fight for your right.
Why does everything they do just sound like AI these days?
I know. Everything just sounds so overly produced. And I saw somebody's like, it's good to hear like a raw sound from them. Like, that sounds like the robots made it, man.
206-803-ROCK. What's the biggest band that you have seen play in a small setting? Rockness, you're on I-5. What was that show for you?
I was at the I was at White River, and it was called the Evergreen Fest. It was a poorly advertised show, and I saw House of Pain and Everlast did a solo set during that same show.
Dude, I remember that concert. I remember, like, everybody talking about how there was nobody there. I'm like, yeah, well, it was barely promoted, and it was just like one of those things where I think they were a little too ambitious with where they had that concert.
Right. We were all sitting in the grass, and they were like, please, everybody come up front.
Oh, man.
206-803-ROCK, the biggest band you've ever seen play in a small club. Who was that for you, Jeff in Bremerton?
That was at Wolfgang's in San Francisco back in like 91 or 92, and it was David Bowie. And what was awesome about it is he walks on stage, and the stage is perfectly blacked out, and you just see this cigarette cherry just bouncing onto stage. And I have never seen somebody play and smoke so cool in my entire life.
And how big of a club is that? Because I don't know Wolfgang's in San Francisco.
Well, Wolfgang's eventually burned down, but like Fishbone, a lot of bands played there. It was only like maybe 150, 200 people.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's awesome. You got to see David Bowie in a venue like that.
Yeah, it was really cool. And again, he would just take a cigarette and stick it in his guitar strings. It's funny, it's David Bowie, but the thing that impressed me the most was how he could smoke and play the guitar at the same time. It was awesome.
That's a great story.
Chloe from Gold Bar, what was the big band you saw play in a small club?
About 19 years ago, I saw Cake play in a little bar in Sacramento, California. Sacramento is their hometown, and so every now and then, a bar in Sacramento would put a sign on the sidewalk saying, Cake, $10, and it would be the band Cake, and they would play in the little bar.
That's super cool.
For some reason, I thought she was saying pink. And I was like, pink in a small bar?
Yeah, no, Cake.
I get you.
Yeah, and they also hang out before and after the show, so I actually got to meet John McCrae, and we chatted about a wine place outside of Ukiah that we had both been to.
I always love when bands like you just never know if they're just going to show up and perform it there. Like, I mean, you look at like a band like your favorite, and I love the guys too, MXPX. Every once in a while, they're just like, oh, all of a sudden they're just playing like this brand new small club in Tacoma or something along those lines, or they'll play a random place in Bremerton. You're like, that's awesome.
Yes. Mike in Puyallup, what was the big band you saw in a small space?
Yeah, I've seen can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Sure can.
So, yeah, I've seen Van Halen at this Coma Field House.
And how many people were there, you think?
Oh, God, there maybe 2,000, maybe 1,500.
And was it with David Lee Roth?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
it was
that's
back
awesome.
in the early 80s. They actually had a scheduled event to be there at Seattle, and probably like, I don't know, 2-3 days, they announced they were going to do this little surprise thing in Tacoma at the UPS, University of Puget Sound. And the story, we didn't have tickets. And so we just thought it was my stomping grounds. We were going to hang out there about beside the Coliseum, see if we could hear them through the walls. And the funny thing is we're hanging out by the front door, and the security guards were there by the front door, and the whole building was kind of front glass, and there was an open window at the top. And somebody decided open window, and we seen all the security guards run up the stairs to stop them. Somebody from the inside popped the door, and we just rushed the door, and I got in for free.
Oh, that's amazing.
Cassandra from Tacoma, what was the big band you saw in a small place?
It was Stone Temple Pilots. They were doing an in session. I wasn't able to win tickets, but me and my friend found out the location. We were just hanging out outside, and Steve Migs came outside and let us in.
That's what's up.
He's a hero.
Hell yeah. If that was at that
my
little
entire life.
Was that gas station museum thing that they did?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
and to this day, I don't remember how we figured it out, but we did, and you let us in. I'm really emotional about it. I might cry. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
That's so cool. Yeah, it was a Scott and Dean. It was an acoustic performance, and it was soon after he got clean. I think they were kind of getting the word out about the number 4 record after he cleaned up his, and obviously his life ended tragically. But at that point, like, he cleaned up and he was in great spirits, and it was an incredible performance.
It was. And a couple years later, I happened to meet him again while I was stalking their tour bus outside the Key Arena, and I had him autograph the picture from when we met him that time before.
That's awesome, Cassandra. I would always get someone. I would, like, if there was a way to get other people in, I'd be like, oh, just follow me on in, like, or I've had extra tickets. Just
get
come
in
on
here.
in. You figured out where we are? That's crazy. Come on in.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
Yesterday, Dave Grohl made a big announcement.
Yes.
It was on Instagram. He let us all know that he fathered a child outside his marriage. And as you can expect, many people lost their mind over this announcement. So we will go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck. And what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Yesterday, Dave Grohl announced on Instagram that he has fathered a baby girl outside of his marriage.
He just posted a video, too. Did you hear it?
No.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool.
It's weird. That was it. No.
The Instagram post, if you missed it, said,
I've got another confession to make.
Pretty much that. It said, I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter born outside of my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children, and I am doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness.
I feel like at that moment, all of us looked at our phones and had to do a double check to be like, are we sure this Dave? Oh yeah, this is Dave Grohl's Instagram. This isn't like a parody Instagram page.
No, and he said he's grateful for everyone's consideration toward all the children involved as they try to move forward together in this. So Dave and Jordan Bloom, his wife, have been married since 2003. They have 3 daughters together. They have Violet, who's 18, Harper, who is 15, and Ophelia, who is 10. And I noticed almost immediately that Violet had deactivated her Instagram account after the announcement.
Dude, I don't blame her. And you don't have to deal with that. You know, even if people have good intentions and they want to comment to show their support, like that's the last thing you want is a bunch of randos bugging you. You didn't ask for this crap. It's not like you asked for your dad to do this.
For sure. So Dave, when he made this post, he obviously had the comments turned off like a smart person. But TMZ, they got the story posted right away. So we have to go straight to the comments.
Yes, we found a bunch of comments all over social media. A lot of people not very happy with Dave Grohl. And we sent them to our production director, who happens to be the biggest Foo Fighters / Dave Grohl fan, and asked him the tough task of having to read these comments and do whatever impression that he wants. So shout out to Jason, our production director, for taking one for the team. We know you love the Foo Fighters and Dave Grohl, but you know what? You didn't ask for Dave to do this. Dave did this to you.
That's true.
All right, here's the first comment about Dave Grohl and his affair.
Oh, Jack Daniels. Bad judgment in a bottle.
Also, Jägermeister. I know Dave likes to enjoy some Jaeger. Yeah. It's like I'm shocked but not shocked.
He's a rock star. He lives a rock star life.
Not saying it's right.
I'm not saying it's right.
But I'm not going to put money on the fact, like if someone said, hey, put money on the fact that a rock star is never going to have an affair, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to take that bet.
No.
But an entire baby? Entire other kid?
Dude, that is crazy.
What?
That is so insane. Like, that's the double whammy.
It was not on my 2024 bingo card.
Like, babe, I need to let you know about something.
That girl's going to get paid, though.
Oh, God.
The kid and the mama.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's our next comment.
Why is this news? Who gives a shit? Like he's the only one?
I I understand when people are like, it's not my business. It is not our business. But like, I think it's always, any kind of celebrity gossip sometimes piques people's interest.
Absolutely.
And I know we talked about this, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I have no idea why. Because a lot of people are like, why did he do this? This doesn't seem even like something that he would even put out there. Some think maybe he was being blackmailed. Yes. So it's like, okay, you got to get it out there. Some think maybe his wife made him do that. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Who knows? I don't know their relationship. But the one conspiracy theory that, I mean, it does seem rather interesting, the timing, in that he made this statement just hours before what was going to be something that would take over the entire internet, the entire news cycle, which was the debates.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to pick a day where you want to get the news out there, satiate whatever need it was for whoever's maybe blackmailing you, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but the day to do it would be the day of the debates, because by 6 p.m. our time, nobody's talking about Dave Grohl and his ding-a-ling anymore.
No, that is no longer trending, folks.
Right. It's been forgotten.
Shocker. A rock star had sex outside of marriage. Also, grass is green.
I mean, maybe you never know what kind of arrangement they might have. I know a lot of rock stars and their spouses have arrangements.
Athletes, too. We've heard stories
absolutely.
of athletes having, like, you could do whatever you want, just not in our area code.
Yep. And maybe she
don't have a baby.
And maybe she had the same set of rules. I don't know.
And don't have a baby.
But yeah, that part. Like, I mean, he's old enough to, have gotten a vasectomy. Maybe, I don't know.
Shocking, the swim team still works at his age. That's a whole other thing. You're not,
Steve. You're 5 years younger than him.
Well, you didn't need to say it that way. Here's another comment.
Oh, here's another fun one.
Okay, I think this is going to be a song pun, because we know how much Jason hates those.
Welp, there goes my hero. Shut up.
The song puns were out of control.
They were. It's like he's written so many songs that could just be turned around and just blown up right in his face.
Is there a list we can join up to be next up for baby mamas?
It's a profitable venture.
I think that was honestly my favorite part, was going through and how many ladies were just like, hey, Taryn, didn't know you had a baby recently. Oh. Or like, can I sign up for the list?
Oh, boy.
Bet this would have never happened if he was still in Nirvana. You're a moron.
I think that person's right. It would have never happened.
Never.
Kurt would never allow something like that to
Never.
happen. No. Dave would have kept his you-know-what in his pants.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, though.
I know. Yesterday, I was very stressed out about all of this.
Were you? Were you? You sent me the message. I was at the gym, and I'm like, it's almost like, well, water's wet. And I just kind of like, I was like,
what?
I was like, what? I mean, I was like, holy crap, but it didn't ruin my day.
No, it didn't ruin my day. It was just like, this is not what I was expecting to hear today. It was unthinkable
Fair.
News.
Yeah.
It really was.
The curiosity for me is just like, I kept refreshing Google to see like, well, who is she? When did she have the kid? When did Dave find out? Like, I'm so curious about the details.
Well, they just wrapped up their tour. I mean, was this happening behind the scenes during the tour, or did he just find out about this recently? I don't know.
Well, and then did she have the kid, and then they had to do the parent test, and then he found out, and then he's like, uh-oh. You know, I have so many questions.
So do I.
I've got another confession to make.
I mean, yeah, which was more shocking, him fathering a child out of wedlock or people in Springfield eating dogs and cats? I mean, both really rocked me to my core yesterday.
Right? You know who else had a confession to make? The son of Chester Bennington.
Oh.
He is pissed at Lincoln Park, apparently, and we're going to tell you what's trending after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know for many of you, you are waking up, you're trying to get your coffee down and keep up with what's going on in the world of pop culture, and that can be quite the task because there's a lot happening right now. So we are here to help you out and tell you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. Trending, let's go. Let's go.
Taylor Swift officially endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris for the upcoming presidential election, and this came just minutes after the end of last night's debate. After watching it, Taylor posted her support for Kamala on Instagram and told her fans to do their own research and make their own choice. And
what? I can't do my own research. I just listen to what celebrities tell me to do. Come on.
And then she signed it, Taylor Swift, Childless Cat Lady.
I did see also part of what. Well, first of all, apparently that's why she never tours in Springfield. I don't know if you know that, but that's the
in Springfield. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Yeah, so she never wants to step foot in Springfield because of all the cats that she has.
Well, I know that Sarah is a big Swiftie over there. Is that her cat? Has she posted other pictures with that cat, or is that like a stock cat?
No, I think that's probably her cat.
You think
And she
so?
has a lot of cats.
Does she really have a lot of cats?
It could be AI cat.
Does she have any dogs, or is she literally just a
She's
cat lady?
Yeah. And I do want to say I have some friends that are cat ladies, and they are all about this. And I'm like, oh, no. They're like, yeah, she's a cat lady, and she's admitting it. I'm like, oh, gosh, okay.
I did think it was interesting. Did you read the post that she put up there?
Yes.
I thought the part that was interesting is because of AI. We goof about AI and stuff, but I never think about this. Like, there's been people that have made AI things that say that she's supporting Trump. And she was just like, well, I just want to make sure that people don't believe those things. I'm like, that's crazy that we're in this world now where like you could just use artificial intelligence to make it seem like you're supporting something that you're not. So in that, as much as people are like, oh, stick to music, whatever, like I don't blame her for coming out and saying it for just that reason alone. Like, look, I don't want people thinking that I'm supporting something that I'm not. So here, this is from my actual account. This is me saying it. So don't believe the robots.
Set the record straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those pics looked like legit.
They're getting better and better.
Creepy.
It used to be like you could tell, like, okay, that version of Taylor Swift has 7 fingers. Okay, that's not real anymore. But they've gotten better with the fingers.
It's always the hands.
It
The hands
was.
are always the giveaway.
The fingers were the weirdest part with AI. It's like, oh, there's 7 fingers there. I don't believe that one, dude. The whole thing that's going on with Linkin Park. It's like I got to imagine if I'm in the band, you're like, here we are just trying to get back together and do something that we love, and we just can't catch a break. So obviously they originally said, hey, Emily Armstrong is our new lead singer. And then all this stuff came out about the Scientology stuff. And then people were trying to accuse her of being a rape apologist because she was friends with Danny Masterson, which she quickly then shot down like the next day, even though people didn't think that was good enough. But now Chester Bennington's son has also been saying some stuff over the last couple of days, taking shots at her, taking shots at Mike Shinoda as well. Some people, apparently there's been some issues with him in the band in the past. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know how the guy's mourning and dealing with the loss of his dad. I don't know what that's like. But apparently he's had some mean things to say about Mike Shinoda. And he even said that, basically, we say, you quietly erased my father's life and legacy in real time during International Suicide Prevention Month. So it's just a gnarly thing. Mike Shinoda hasn't said anything in response to it. I mean, some people bring up the point, though, like, look, Chester's wife, if anyone, I understand his son's not happy about this, but his wife has, commented and has shown approval of what they're doing. So, I mean, it's just a tough thing. Part of me's like, man, Linkin Park, it might have been better if maybe you just kind of just did your thing and didn't even let anybody know so you don't have to deal with this headache. Like, the last thing they probably want is someone that they did love and care about, and that's Chester Bennington, and now one of his family members just crapping all over them, and they're like, we didn't ask for this.
Yeah, it's definitely tough out there for those guys.
Well, honestly, I'm kind of shocked that the band didn't get approval from the wife. And
But do they need to? At the end of the day, it's not like they were in the band. I mean, Chester was in the band, and sadly, Chester left this planet and left those guys with, what do we do?
Yeah,
it's not up to his wife. It's not up to his son. It's up to them. They were the band.
I would think they probably asked for her blessing in some form. Not that they need her to fully sign off on it, but I'm sure that they would at least bring her into their inner circle.
Oh, well, I would think so. I would hope so. And I would hope so with the kids, too. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, it's a business at the end of the day. And that's the problem is, a lot of times is that they just view it strictly as if you've been doing it for so long, it's like, hey, we own the rights. We can do what we want to do, what we think is right for the band.
This is an interesting question. Yeah, I never really think about I think letting her know just so, hey, this is going to happen. We don't want you to feel like you're being blindsided by it. I don't know if necessarily they need her blessing, but more so just like, hey, we want you to know what we're doing. That way, when it comes on the news, you're not taken aback by it. But at the end of the day, she wasn't in the band. The kid wasn't in the band. It was Chester that was in the band, and they have every right to continue to be a band if they want to be.
And obviously, they would never intentionally want to erase his legacy. I think that by continuing on as a band, they get to. His legacy continues, I think when you don't get to play that music anymore, that's where the legacy kind of ends. So
I mean, everyone takes it differently. I mean, that's why I don't know what's going on with Chester's son. I mean, but it sounds like he's a little bit of a hothead in some of the posts that I've been reading. So but I also don't know what it's like to have your dad leave this planet, deal with that trauma, and also have him be a public figure. And then also there's music and there's art attached to it. And then this band's getting back together. I can't imagine what that makes him feel like, but it doesn't seem like he's going about it the right way.
No, and if he didn't know about it,
oh yeah.
Woo, I couldn't imagine.
I just hope they all find the peace that they clearly really need.
They're not going to.
I have a feeling that they won't.
No.
I have a feeling someone out there can beat you, Steve. I have a really good feeling about that. Your record is 258 wins, 74 losses, and 45 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. Give us a call, and we will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Roberto from Seattle is. Roberto, are you there?
I am here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Roberto has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can guess all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Who had the hit songs Born to Run and Born in the USA?
Bruce Springsteen.
Correct. What house did Harry Potter belong to?
Hogwarts.
No.
House of Pain. The House of Pass.
No. The VMAs are tonight. What female singer has the most nominations?
Carrie Underwood.
No.
Madonna.
No.
Pass.
Alice Nelson was the housekeeper in what 70s sitcom?
Brady Bunch.
Correct. Which 7-letter cheese is traditionally used to make lasagna?
Mozzarella.
No.
Ricotta.
Yes. Mike Tomlin is the current head coach for what NFL team?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes. Who co-starred alongside Chris Farley in the 90s movie Tommy Boy?
David Spade.
Yes. What color pants did Papa Smurf typically wear?
Who?
Papa Smurf.
Blue.
No.
Red.
It was red.
We might be a little late on that.
Is he a little
Roberto.
late?
I think so. I think
Oh,
the Beat
man.
Migs police would flip out.
Yeah, and then I was just thinking of him in blue because he is blue. And I'm like, it would look like he's wearing no pants. Anyway, Roberto, you got 5 correct.
He said it, not me.
Yeah, but I think we were all thinking it. Yeah. I like that he said Madonna for the VMAs, though. Like, maybe if it was like, 40 years ago or something?
I mean, you would know you were born then.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Get her, Danny. Get her.
Just want everyone to know that I am not 40, nor am I near close to 40. Just got to get that out of there.
I feel like everybody's very testy today.
We kind of are. We're a little
Very
feisty,
testy. I'm
aren't
watching
we?
it. I'm observing as an outsider. I think the debates and Dave Grohl and people's animals being eaten in Springfield are bringing out the worst in all of us.
Yeah. I think it's really Dave Grohl for me. That's the one that I'm most focused on. Steve, are you ready?
Yeah, bitch, I am. Kidding.
Why do I love that, though? Who had the hit songs Born to Run and Born in the USA?
That'd be Bruce Springsteen.
You know it. What house did Harry Potter belong to?
Hogwarts.
No.
Dumbledore?
No. Just name things from it.
Sativa.
Oh, the VMAs are tonight. What female singer has the most nominations?
Taylor Swift.
That's right.
And her cats.
Alice Nelson was the housekeeper in what 70s sitcom?
Oh, Brady Bunch.
Yes. Which 7-letter cheese is traditionally used to make lasagna?
Ricotta.
Correct. Mike Tomlin is the current head coach for what NFL team? I do too.
It's so good.
I love ricotta. I could just eat that.
Yeah, it's so delicious. Pasta, everything. Oh, crap. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes. Who co-starred alongside Chris Farley in the 90s movie Tommy Boy?
David Spade.
Yes. What color pants did Papa Smith typically wear?
Who's Papa Smith?
Papa
Will
Smurf.
Smith?
Papa Smurf.
Oh, red.
Correct. 1313 Mockingbird Lane is the address for what main family on which TV show?
The Munsters.
Yes. Woo! I don't know what happened in the middle there, but dang, it looks like I took a few shots or something. Steve, you got 8 correct, which is a big win.
Let's
8-5. Sorry, Roberto.
Boo you.
Yeah.
I won.
Well, you can tell everybody
only one you got incorrect. What house did Harry Potter belong to, Danny?
Gryffindor.
Yes. Gryffindor are like the nice people.
Man, none of you are Harry Potter heads. It makes me very sad.
Wait, wait, what did you say he is?
Gryffindor.
And then there's Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
And Slytherin.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other.
Hogwarts.
Ravensdale.
Ravenclaw.
No. Ravensdale. That's a town.
You were pretty close there.
Hey, for somebody who knows nothing about Harry Potter, I at least know a little.
And then the other house
whisper.
is the Black Raven Brewing.
Of course. Home of the men's room IPA.
Yep,
my favorite.
Yep, then they make it there with the butterbeer.
Yeah. KISW presents the Halloween Hullabaloo on October 13th at the Showware Center in Kent. And this Friday, the Showware Center in Kent is hosting a blood drive with Bloodworks Northwest. You can sign up to donate, and when you do on Friday the 13th, you will be entered for the chance to win a pair of VIP tickets to see Godsmack, Hailstorm, and more at the Halloween Hullabaloo. You can get yourself signed up at KISW.com. Now, Rockaholics, we would love if you would just give us a call right now, 206-803-ROCK, because we have a very simple question for you. And we promise, as we always do, that it is nothing crazy. It's nothing dirty. It's just a simple question. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Soundgarden.
The Daily Migs Show.
September is National Preparedness Month. So the government launched it 3 years after 9/11 to encourage all of us to be ready for any type of crisis at any moment. So then there's a new poll, of course, looking for the top things we would grab if we had to evacuate in 5 minutes, besides people or pets.
Right, because of course you're going to go with your kid or you would hope that your significant other can take care of themselves, but maybe not, so you carry them or your animals.
So the top thing people picked was your phone.
But I don't even think of grabbing that because it's always in my pocket.
That's a fair point.
Even when you're sleeping?
All the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Other items are
shower, sleeping, doesn't matter. It's in my pocket.
Wallet or purse is high up on the list. Important documents like passports, security cards, prescription medications.
What about non-prescribed medication?
Yeah,
buddy.
Food or snacks.
Food or snacks?
I'm pretty popular in that.
Hold on a second. Go get my Snickers bar. You can get food or snacks anywhere.
Well, that's fair. You can also replace your social security card.
It's not that easy.
So this leads us to want to ask a simple question. And that question is this, and we're going to start with Daniel in Centralia. You're told to evacuate your home. What is the first thing you would grab?
Good morning, everyone. So, first and foremost, I'm grabbing my bong, and I'm taking my stash of weed that I have in my freezer, but I'm not leaving my house. I'm pulling out my lawn chair, and I'm waiting for the end to come.
Oh, so you're just going to take it on, head on, going down with the ship.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. I've spent too much time, too much energy, too much money on this piece of property. I'm not leaving it. I don't care.
Well, we're not saying that the world's coming to an end. I mean, what if, your house is just burning down? Wouldn't you want to still live so you could get a new house and create a new home?
Oh, so I got a pedal bike, and I got a pump. I got hoses. I'll just pedal those watts in and keep the water flowing.
There we go. Thanks, Daniel.
Natty's on the road to Portland. What would you grab if you were told to evacuate your home?
Oh, good morning. Yeah, what I would grab is, besides my kid, my keys to both my car and especially my motorcycle.
That's a good point. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I would like to keep my car, especially since I'm going to start to pay the car payments.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Brad is in Port Orchard. What would you grab if you were told to evacuate?
Grabbing my cigarettes.
Brad, how much is a pack of cigarettes these days?
Oh, $14.
What?
For a pack?
Yeah. Yeah, for Camel Wives.
Wow. I don't blame you for grabbing those. Yeah.
It's an investment.
Last time I remember buying cigarettes was for my mom when I was a kid.
Oh,
This
for
is
sure.
weird. I'd go down to the grocery store and buy me a pack of cigarettes and she'd just give me $2.
Oh,
I didn't realize.
God.
I mean, granted, this is forever ago, obviously, but I didn't realize they're up to $14.
It's very spendy. Cindy's in Mount Vernon. What would you grab if you were told to evacuate?
Well, my answer is more boring compared to the others, but I would grab photos.
I don't blame you, man. I remember having my car broken into, and they took a bunch of stuff that was replaceable, but the one thing that still pisses me off, there was a couple of pictures that weren't digital, and I was so bummed that they were gone.
Yeah, that's a huge bummer. And I think, honestly, that's probably what I would grab is a couple photo albums or something like that.
I had a picture of me and Tommy Lee. I'll never forget that.
Nice.
Yeah. It got stolen from my car. I was so mad. I was
Where
like,
do you think it ended up?
probably on the bottom of some crack pipe or something like that. I don't know.
How do you know somebody didn't frame it and put it on their nightstand?
Well, I hope. In a perfect world, yes, that's exactly what they did, Taryn.
Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove that to us, and you'll win tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra at Climate Pledge Arena coming up Saturday, November 23rd. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Mix Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.
The Daily Mix Show presents the Extreme Music Showdown. Let's play Hook or Shook. Please sign this waiver before we continue. Thank you. We'll drop a 1-second snippet of the hook of a song. If you can't name the song, watch out. You're gonna get shook.
It is time to play Hook or Shook. Danny will play 1 second of a hook from a song that he picked, and your job is to guess what that song is. This week, we are playing for tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday, November 23rd. Say good morning to Alonzo in Des Moines. He will be playing for those tickets this morning.
Morning.
Hello, Alonzo. So you've got to get both songs right to win the prize. The first one, you're on your own. The second one, this is where you can get shook because a member of our show at random has to get it right for you. And if not, you will lose and caller 9 gets the tickets instead. Let's see who you're playing with. Me, Migs, or Sarah?
The wheels are spinning. Just past my name. Passing Sarah's. I think it might come right back to my name again. Let's go. Alonzo, it's you and me, baby.
All right, on, let's go.
Let's win these tickets for you.
All right, Alonzo, here's your clip.
I've got another...
Sorry.
We can definitely play it again.
I've got another...
All right, well,
Do you need a hint?
a hint would be great, yeah.
The lead singer of the band is a dirty, dirty man having sex with
Okay,
women
yeah.
that's not married to.
I've got another...
That would be the Foo Fighters.
Okay, easy hint. Look how good at hints I am.
You're doing so good,
I
Steve.
thought that was a deep cut, but you never know. Okay, what would be, for the song title, what is the opposite of worst?
Worst would be best.
Okay, so that's part of the song title is the word best.
All right.
Does that help you at all?
Is it one word, 2 words?
3 words. 3 words. And best is the first word.
Best is the first word.
I've got another.
I've heard this song like a bunch of times. It's just not catching on me right now.
Okay. Best. I mean, it's a tough one.
Well, how about for the third, if you don't mind, the third word of the song is the opposite of me.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
That would be you.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so we got best and you. Now you just need a word in the middle of those two.
It's only 2 letters.
Best of you.
Yeah.
No integrity.
We got it. We figured it out. No integrity. Just like Dave Grohl. What? Too soon?
All right.
All right, so we got one down.
Migs, you ready to do this for Alonzo?
Let's do it for Alonzo, not Dave. Oh, man, there's a theme. That would be Nirvana, the band that Dave Grohl once was in. And the song, I was about to do a joke, but I'll just leave it at heart-shaped box.
Congratulations, Alonzo. You're going to go see Trans-Siberian Orchestra at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday, November 23rd.
Speaking of this song, congratulations, Alonzo. That's awesome. Did you know, I mean, we talked earlier about Linkin Park, and their new lead singer is Emily Armstrong, who used to be, or still is, in a band called Dead Sarah. Have you ever heard them cover Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box?
No.
Oh, man. It's almost like it's so good that you're like, she could front Nirvana, too, if she wanted to.
I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnetic picture.
This is Emily Armstrong, the new lead singer of Linkin Park.
I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black.
Cyberfriend all the bands.
I love it.
Piss off everybody.
Yeah. Rockaholics, if we talked about something this morning that you want to talk about, call us up now. 206-803-ROCK. We'll check in with the Rockaholics after Marcy Playground.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we've not yet had a chance to chat with you about, but we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Lumen Quantum Fiber. Smart Internet is here. So do call us up if you would like to chime in on something from this morning's show, or if you have something on your mind that you would like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK. Earlier today, we were talking about big bands that people saw in small clubs. Right. And the official pitching coach of the Daily Migs Show, Johnny Brown, is in Tulalip, and he has one of those stories for us.
Coach!
Hey, what's going on, our children?
Hey, who did you see in a small space?
I got to see Nirvana at OK Hotel.
Oh,
that's
man.
like the show.
I saw so many
A friend of mine, I brought Steve a tape in of Arnold Freedom, a band, a grunge band from back then. I was doing hardwood floors for him. And he said, Johnny, do you have... I said, as a matter of fact, I do. I borrowed it from my... And I went down to record Freedom, and he took me... If you watch the document of Kurt Cobain, you'll see 1992 OK Hotel. That's my video. I gave it to Arnold. He sold it to Courtney Love, and the rest is history on that aspect. My second one was Pearl Jam at Rock Candy.
Awesome.
My third one was I'm doing a hardwood floors at London Bridges Studios, and Candlebox was just finishing up one of their sessions there.
All right, now you're just bragging, Johnny. Come on. I'm kidding.
Mind blown. I'm not going to say about Robert Lang Studios because I have to keep everything confidential with Robert Lang, so I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off Bob.
No. 206-803-ROCK.
Nirvana, that's where they, I don't know if that was the show, but I mean, it was at the OK Hotel that they played Smells Like Teen Spirit for the very first time.
I think they literally left that show and went to LA to record the music video.
Insane.
So
Insane.
nuts. Kenny from Gig Harbor, you have another story about a big act in a small space.
Yes, I do. Good morning. Love the show. I listen every day. Love the men's room at Castle. I'm old and retired, so I have nothing better to do to listen to you guys.
Oh, we love you, Kenny. Thanks.
That is the best testimonial we could ever receive. Thank you, Kenny. You rock.
Okay, so check this out. You're from your south end, Steve. I-5 at the Fife Curve. Highway 99 runs parallel with that.
Okay.
And there's a little tiny, it looks like the Tacoma Dome.
Yes.
But it only holds 400 people. You know that place?
Is it still around?
I don't know. I don't get out much. Again, I'm 64.
I think it was called like the Mother. Was it called like the Mothership or something along? Yeah,
exactly. That was it, dude. You nailed it.
Yep.
So in 1998, Pat Travers, the natives, booked him to play a show. And me and three boys from work went to the show. We were running late. We pulled, I think it started at 7. Pulled in at 6:45, parking lot. I mean, we parked right in front. We go in and order a beer. There ain't nobody in there. Pat Travers comes out, and he did, boom, boom, out go the lights, snorting whiskey, drinking cocaine, covered Born Under a Bad Sign, which is an old blues tune. Anyways, awesome. So we go in there. And there ain't but 15 people, maybe 20. It probably held 450. I want to say it held 450. And there was 15 and 5 employees maybe.
Oh.
And
wow.
Boom, boom. What is it? 12, 15 people. Out go the lights. It was just sad. But I'm sure he got paid by the gig because they did their full set. But that was the craziest thing I'd ever been to, man.
Dude, that's so funny you bring up the Mothership, because that just instantly triggered a time that my old band played there. And Pat Travers had 18 more people at his show than we did at ours. It was... We played that place in front of 2 people, and it was the worst show of my entire life. It was depressing.
Just feeding off the energy of the crowd.
And whoever was running the place there, the sound and the lights, they had smoke machines still going and like a strobe light. I'm like, what are you doing? The 2 people, they didn't even stand in the front. They sat on the balcony and watched. And we're just like, this sucks.
That's brutal.
But that place was cool.
Peter from Seattle, you went to a show on Monday night, and we were at that same venue.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for the tickets, by the way. It was awesome.
And who was it?
It was Theory of a Dead Man.
Nice. At the Washington State Fair.
So not only that, but me and my wife went, and we got into the fair like a couple hours earlier, and we got to ride that same thing you guys did, that triple 360 flipper thing.
The Revolution?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was so scary. And then I did a couple other rides. I got the deal for $60 for the tickets, and I couldn't get rid of all of them. But I got to say, I haven't been to Puyallup Fair in years, and they got some really good rides if you're a thrill seeker.
Yeah, some of them are a little gnarly.
Yeah, for you especially, Steve.
Yeah, thanks.
Rockaholics, today is September 11th, and it was 23 years ago today that the 9/11 attacks happened. And for one late-night talk show host, he had to do the impossible to try to do his show soon after that had happened. So what did that sound like? You're going to hear it at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
It was 23 years ago today when the 9/11 attack happened on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and television coverage of the aftermath of the attacks became the longest uninterrupted news event in the history of U.S. television.
I don't know, it was like 90-something hours of just wall-to-wall coverage. Obvious, what's going on over there. Yeah, I don't think anybody had. How do you do anything other than that?
Well, when David Letterman, host of The Late Show, returned to the TV, he was the first late-night talk show host to come back onto the air, and he opened his show without the opening theme music, and this is what it sounded like.
And he was a New Yorker. I mean, he still is, but he was broadcasting his show in New York.
Welcome to the Late Show. This is our first show on the air since New York and Washington were attacked. And I need to ask your patience and indulgence here, because I want to say a few things. And believe me, sadly, I'm not going to be saying anything new. And in the past week, others have said what I will be saying here tonight far more eloquently than I'm equipped to do. But if we are going to continue to do shows, I just need to hear myself talk for a couple of minutes. And so that's what I'm going to do here.
He's such a real one. I mean, anything he does with his shows, but I mean, he just always comes off as like just a dude that's just, like, he's just being himself. And it's one of the most vulnerable things, I think, to have to go up there. And you can hear it in his voice. Like, he's just still broken up about what happened.
Totally.
It's terribly sad here in New York City. We've lost 5,000 fellow New Yorkers, and you can feel it. You can feel it. You can see it. It's terribly sad. Terribly, terribly sad. And watching all of this, I wasn't sure that I should be doing a television show, because for 20 years we've been in the city making fun of everything, making fun of the city, making fun of my hair, making fun of Paul. Well,
they cut the Paul, and Paul's, bald. So he's just like, thanks, Dave.
So he did make some closing remarks in his monologue, and that is what this sounded like.
And I have one more thing to say, and then thank God Regis is here, so we have something to make fun of. If you didn't believe it before, and it's easy to understand how you might have been skeptical on this point. If you didn't believe it before, you can absolutely believe it now. New York City is the greatest city in the world.
Just an impossible task, I would imagine.
Had to be so hard, and how he handled it, the entire monologue. And weirdly enough, though, they have pulled all that off of like all social media, off of all YouTube over the years. Like, it's almost impossible to find that full monologue. It's out there. Someone had it on Reddit, but for the most part, you can't find it, which I don't know why, unless they had plans to do something with it. But 23 years ago, it's just crazy to me that it was that long ago.
There is a woman who was pulled over by the cops, and what happened next changed her life in the greatest way ever. I can say that's never happened to me when my car gets pulled over, but we're going to tell you what happened to her during the Daily Migs download after Aerosmith.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download,
a.k.a. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Ryan Castle joins us this morning. Your beard is looking well moisturized. Did you put a little oil in there this morning?
Thank you, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Also, I didn't ride my motorcycle this morning, so I don't have like the blowout look. I don't look like Yukon Cornelius.
No bugs.
No random bugs on your beard.
Yeah, totally. So you can tell those days because I am blown out.
Do you ever get bugs blown on your beard? Do you ever have bugs stuck on your beard?
I'm sure I have. I went and saw Beetlejuice over the weekend, and 3 hours later, I found popcorn in my beard.
What's called a flavor saver?
What is that? Like, oh, it's popcorn. And then, of course, I ate it. Yeah, of course.
Delicious. The DMV is brought to you by Palace Law and Beetlejuice, apparently. Yeah. Mariners, oh, man, they lost. But thankfully, the Astros lost as well. So they didn't lose any ground, but unfortunately, they didn't gain any ground either. So they're still 4.5 games back from that first place spot. They play again against the Padres tonight. So there you go. Let's go Mariners.
An Alabama state trooper named J.T. Brown pulled over a woman named Abby who said that she could not afford a ticket. So instead, he left her with a warning and a conversation about finding a new and better career path so that she can afford to pay her tickets in the future.
Get a better job, kids.
She ended up choosing nursing, and this is Abby and the trooper talking about the life-changing encounter they had.
I think it was the right person, right time, and the right words.
And I told her, I said, well, how about we talk about it then?
It went on for about 10, 15 minutes, just talking about different career paths. As soon as he left and as soon as I got to where I was going, I started pushing myself toward that career, and now I'm here.
She made my entire career worth it.
That's actually a really heartwarming story.
It is.
I was a little like, man, mind your business at the beginning. But now I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is talk to an officer for 10 minutes after they pull me over. I'm just like, just give me the damn ticket. I want to go on with my life.
Is this a recruitment pulling over?
Hey, as far as weather, we're hitting a high of 65 degrees today. It's going to rain as well. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
Hey, it's Doug. Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 13th at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Seattle. That's afsp.org/Seattle.